The lost colony of Roanoke, an unsolved mystery. Off the coast of North Carolina, shrouded in mystery and legend, lies Roanoke Island. This small piece of land has been the subject of countless tales and theories over the centuries. It's a place where history takes a dark turn, where the line between fact and fiction blurs. This is where English colonists attempted to establish a foothold in the late 16th century, hoping to create a new life in the New World. Their story ended in an enigma that continues to baffle historians and treasure hunters alike. Despite numerous investigations, the fate of these colonists remains one of history's greatest mysteries. This is the story of the lost colony of Roanoke, a tale that has intrigued and puzzled generations. In 1587, over 100 men, women and children landed on these shores, full of hope and determination. They were led by John White, an experienced explorer and artist. Their goal was simple: to establish the first permanent English settlement in the New World, a dream that seemed within reach. But something went terribly wrong. The dream turned into a nightmare. When John White returned to Roanoke after a supply trip back to England, he found the colony deserted. The sight that greeted him was one of desolation and confusion. The colonists had vanished, leaving behind only a handful of clues. Their disappearance was as sudden as it was complete. The word Croatoan was carved into a post, a cryptic message that has sparked endless speculation. Was it a message, a warning, or perhaps a clue to their fate? Join me as we delve into the heart of this enduring mystery, exploring the theories and evidence that have kept the story of Roanoke alive through the ages. Picture the late 16th century. England was a nation on the rise. Queen Elizabeth I reigned, and there was a thirst for exploration and expansion. The New World, with its promise of riches and resources, beckoned. Sir Walter Raleigh, a favourite of the Queen, secured a charter to establish a colony in North America. This colony, he hoped, would challenge Spanish dominance in the region and bring wealth and glory to England. The first attempt at Roanoke in 1585 failed. The colonists faced harsh conditions and conflicts with the native inhabitants, but Raleigh was undeterred. He financed a second expedition, this time led by John White, to establish a permanent settlement on Roanoke Island. In 1587, John White and his company of colonists arrived at Roanoke Island. They built houses, planted crops, and attempted to establish relations with the local Native American tribes. Among the colonists was White's daughter, Eleanor Dare, and her newborn daughter, Virginia Dare, the first English child born in the New World. However, the situation at Roanoke was precarious. Supplies were dwindling, and tensions with some Native American tribes remained high. White, realizing the colony's vulnerability, reluctantly decided to return to England for supplies and reinforcements. He left behind 115 colonists, including his daughter and granddaughter. Little did he know that this departure would be his last glimpse of his family and the colonists he had vowed to protect. Section 4: Clues carved in time, the Croatoan inscription and other tangible evidence. 3 years later, in 1590, John White finally returned to Roanoke, eager to reunite with the settlers he had left behind. He was filled with hope and trepidation, anxious to see what had become of the colony. The scene that greeted him was one of eerie silence. The settlement was deserted, houses were in ruins, belongings were left scattered as if the inhabitants had vanished suddenly. There was no sign of a struggle or any indication of where the colonists had gone. It was as if they had simply disappeared into thin air. The only clue was the word Croatoan carved into a post of the fence that surrounded the village, a word that hinted at a possible destination. There was no sign of distress beneath it, as had been previously agreed if they were in danger, suggesting they may have left willingly. The mystery deepened when White discovered another clue, the letters CRO carved into a tree, adding to the enigma. These cryptic messages were the only signs left behind by the vanished colonists, leaving historians and archaeologists puzzled for centuries. Section 5: Theories of the Abyss, exploring possible explanations. Theories abound as to what happened to the lost colonists. Historians and enthusiasts alike have pondered over the mysterious disappearance for centuries. Some believe that the colonists, facing starvation and hardship, sought refuge with the friendly Croatoan tribe who lived on an island to the south. This theory suggests a peaceful integration with the tribe. This theory is supported by the Croatoan inscription found carved into a tree, a clue that has intrigued researchers for years. Others suggest a darker fate, one filled with conflict and violence. Did hostile Native American tribes attack and destroy the colony? This theory points to the tensions and hostilities that existed during that era. Did disease sweep through the settlement? Epidemics were common and could have easily decimated the population. Could the Spanish, eager to eliminate their English rivals, have been responsible for the colonists' disappearance? The rivalry between Spain and England was intense during this period. Another theory proposes that the colonists attempted to sail back to England on their own, only to be lost at sea. The journey would have been perilous and fraught with danger. The treacherous waters of the Atlantic have claimed many ships and countless lives. The ocean's fury is well documented in maritime history. Could the colonists have met a similar fate? The mystery of their disappearance continues to captivate and baffle us to this day. Section 6. The Roanoke Mystery, an Enduring Enigma. The disappearance of the Roanoke colony remains one of history's most baffling unsolved mysteries. Centuries have passed, but the fate of the colonists continues to capture our imaginations. Was it a mass abduction, a natural disaster, or perhaps something even more sinister? The mystery endures, fueled by tantalizing clues and the lack of a definitive answer. The legend of the lost colony has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a television series. Each year, thousands of visitors flock to Roanoke Island, hoping to uncover clues and solve the enigma that has perplexed historians for generations. Section 7. Unanswered questions, lingering mysteries of the lost colony. What truly happened to the lost colony of Roanoke? Did they assimilate with the native tribes? Were they victims of foul play? Or did they perish, leaving no trace of their struggle for survival? The mystery of Roanoke is a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the unforgiving nature of the past. It is a testament to the enduring power of the unknown. The lost colonists left behind a legacy of questions that continue to haunt us. Perhaps one day their story will be fully revealed. Until then, the mystery of Roanoke endures, a chilling reminder that some secrets refuse to stay buried.